Hey guys, today we are making a video about canyoning on the Big Island. So if that's something you're interested in, stay tuned. We're just getting some gear ready and we're gonna head out. Hey guys, so today we are talking about canyoning here on the Big Island of Hawaii. A lot of times when I post photos or videos of us rappelling down waterfalls and in the canyons here, I get a ton of questions asking, what is it that we're doing? Why are we doing it? How can people do it for themselves? So I just wanted to make a video that just showcased kind of what canyoning on the Big Island is all about and just answer some of those questions that I think a lot of people have. So today we're not just going to be talking about canyoneering here on the Big Island. We're actually going to take the cameras into a canyon and spend an entire day filming what it's like to experience a canyon from the inside. If that's something you're into, sit back and enjoy. So we are looking at big rope, backup rope, other backup rope, wetsuit, tobbies, other backup rope or tagline, dry bag, backpack, other dry bag for inside the dry bag, other dry bag for inside that dry bag, first aid kit, helmet, harness with all the gear on it, water, more water, anchors. Yeah, probably need more stuff, but that's a good start right there. Let's go canyoning.
Alright, so we're heading out on another canyon mission. Greg here. And usually this is how it starts. You gotta move through a bunch of grass or crap or some kind of approach. It's usually not as easy as just driving up and dropping into the canyon.
Maybe go to the right somewhere here. Okay.
He hears water.
He hears water.
That's a good sign. That's what we're looking for.
I didn't pay too much attention last time.
So as you can see, rope management is important.
3 hours later.
And thus we entered the canyon, finally. Elvis over there running across the rocks. And so a lot of what we're doing is actually rock hopping once we get into the bed. Climbing up rocks, climbing down rocks, finding anchor points, all that good stuff. Here's a cool banyan tree we started climbing up to find a better anchor point.
As you can see, we've got very steep walls, and this is really what we call being in the canyon. So once we've gotten down into the bed, we set a rappel on our first drop, and then we go down it. Once we're down there, we're going to pull the rope, and once we've pulled that rope down with us, especially with walls this steep, you are not going back up the way you came. So you are in the canyon. So here we are. We're in it.
So Greg is checking to make sure that the line is long enough that it actually hit the bottom, because the last thing we want to do is rappel down a cliff and not know if the rope makes it all the way to the bottom or not. So we don't want to do that. He's going to walk up a little further so that he can see a little better, see if the rope can make it or not.
So it did turn out that smaller rope that Greg just threw down was too small. So we need to use a longer rope. So he just pulled up the small green rope. We're putting out a 300-foot rope that'll definitely touch the bottom. And I'm standing about halfway down the rappel. You can see them up there, somewhere up there. And they are putting that up there because there's really not any anchors down here for us to be able to set up on. And so because of that, we're actually going to use an anchor about 30 feet up. This looks to be about a 60-foot rappel or so. It's just about 10 feet short, but too short is too short. We're going to give it another go. Here we go again.
So there goes Greg on our first rappel here. This rope totally touches the bottom. Yeah. Just sort of sped up this footage because this is so much of what we do. Sure, waterfall rappelling is cool, but the majority of what we do when we're in the canyons is just crawling over rocks. Here's one of them. Here's just a massive boulder sitting here in the bed. I can't imagine what it took to move this thing down the river or where it might have come from. Here's a cool banyan tree we came across right next to a little drop just big enough that we don't want to have to set a rappel down, but we also can't really crawl down, so we have to find a way around it.
So a lot of times when we have drops that are not big enough to want to set a rappel and have everybody rappel down, a way we can save time is by actually having most of us jump it. But you always want to check the pool before underneath. So we are going to, instead of rigging a full anchor, we're just going to rig off of Tyler or Greg here as our meat anchor, send Alyssa down with a dive mask to check the water, make sure there's nothing underneath it that we could hit. Sometimes logs or debris can come down the river during flash flooding. We don't want to land on any of that, and so she's going to go down there and check, and then the rest of us are going to go for a little jump.
So we got Alyssa heading down, attached to our meat anchor, Greg, here. He's more than heavy enough to hold her weight for this small rappel. And then once she gets down, we'll throw down our gear, and then we'll jump. And then we just save a ton of time.
I want to jump.
The main reason we're here is to explore, to see things that you can't see on your average everyday hike here in Hawaii. These canyons are just chock full of life. Everything from fungi, prawns, beautiful stuff. We see Hawaiian hawks. Turns out Hawaiian hawks actually feed on these prawns. All kinds of cool stuff that we see out here that you don't see other places. Absolutely gorgeous vista that we came across here.
So we have come to the crux rappel section of our canyon here, meaning that this is kind of the most difficult rappel that we'll probably see today. It's actually two rappels back to back. We're looking at right here in front of us about 350-ish feet of vertical drop. That'll be broken into two around 150 plus foot sections. So,
Bro. That hit water?
we just threw our rope down to get started, and we're not 100% sure that it hit the bottom. We want to make sure that it did. We think our 300-foot rope folded in half should touch the bottom, but we don't know. So Greg is about to take off with his drone, fly down, make sure, and come back up, and if all is good, we're going to go. Of course, the wind picks up right as... So the other thing with this particular spot in the canyon, it's also probably our more dangerous spot in the canyon, in that after this first 150-foot or so rappel, there's a very small ledge before the next rappel, and we're really in a quite narrow canyon. There's pretty much no way out once we're down there, so things like flash flooding, anything like that would be a very bad place for that to happen. It's a beautiful day out today. We checked all of the flow meters in the rivers. We keep up on the weather. Everything up the mountain looks good, so should be good to go. I'm gonna go down first, start setting up the next anchor for the next rappel, bring everybody down. Greg will go last, undo the backup, and bring the rope down once he's down there, and then we set for the next one and keep going. Should be good.
Absolutely gorgeous. Here's Alyssa making her way down the waterfall. 150-foot rappel. I just threw in this shot. I liked it. It was while I was waiting for everybody else to come down. I looked up and I thought it was beautiful. So there you go.
This spot is absolutely beautiful.
Check out this waterfall. See if I can cut some of the sun glare down. I don't know if you can see that, but it's not only a massive waterfall there, but there's all these tiny little waterfalls along the side. There's little trickles falling into the pool. Absolutely gorgeous. It's so cool. So we are getting ready to go down that one, and so I'm going to go ahead and set the rappel to that in a moment. As I set up this next rappel, we're just waiting on the next couple of guys down. Tyler's on his way. Alyssa's doing a little fireman belay, and then we're all gonna make it to the next rappel. So rappelling down this waterfall, you end up in the water. You pretty much have to swim across this pool to the next one, just because the walls are so steep and there's not really a lot of spot for you to stand. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
Hey Alyssa, will you just relax a little? Just calm down. You're so high strung right now. just freaking out. Just calm down. Chill out. Wow. Look at this place. And this is the next rappel here. So, not a very big ledge. Basically, we get off one rappel and we're right onto the next.
You're trying to make sure that you're in the middle?
Yeah.
25 times 5 is
125.
27, maybe another 10 feet, 135.
So that's what I counted here.
What'd you count? Did you count?
I know. Count.
So this is us pulling down the rope to be able to retrieve it for the next rappel.
Alright, just finished the last big one, so second to last rappel of the canyon. Probably the biggest, or definitely the biggest rappel that we're going to do today. Did we figure out what we thought it was? 160, because it didn't reach, right? So 160 feet, something like that. We had to tie 2 ropes together to get the full length, but we made it. We got it, and heading out now. I wasn't rolling, but I jumped from that rock to this rock and went up to, like, literally up to my thigh in this stuff. That was pretty crazy, almost like quicksand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. Crazy.
We basically got one last rappel here. This is all we have to do. So we're gonna find the middle of the rope, throw the rope down, do this rappel, and head home. This one's beautiful. This is just like a super classic canyon here in Hawaii.
All right, that's canyon. It's a wrap. Everybody's tired, ready to go drink beers and eat food at the brew house.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed checking out what it's like to canyon here on the Big Island of Hawaii. Before we go, I just wanted to mention this video is not a replacement for proper training and knowledge. This video is in no way, shape, or form a how-to. There's a lot of specialized gear and knowledge. You should really find a trained professional to teach you this type of rappelling rope work before you try it for yourself. Disclaimer, the rivers here in Hawaii can be very dangerous, very turbulent. We actually recently joined a search and rescue team searching for people who get lost in the gulches here in Hawaii. We're gonna talk more about that in the next video. If you wanna try canyoning for yourself here in Hawaii, there are a couple of places that you can get trained professionals to take you out for a day and see how you like it. A couple that I recommend, check out Jesse Smalling with Slack High. He facilitates canyon trips with some of the operations on the other side, including Kalaniapia Falls. And if you're on Maui, check out Rappel Maui. Some of my friends work over there. They're absolutely awesome. They do a really good job at introducing people to canyons here in Hawaii. I'll post a little bit more about where you can canyon here in Hawaii in the description below. Thanks again for watching. If you liked what you saw here today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We are going to be posting more videos like this, and we wanted to pitch the question to you. Do you like these longer format, 15, 20-minute videos, sort of mini documentary style? Or do you prefer the 2-3 minute visual montages like we used to make back in the day? Hit us up in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.